It's Monday, Monday, my baby. It's Monday. It's Monday, Monday, my baby. I can't believe every day we wake up is Monday. It goes so fast. Tell that long clock that it can kiss my ass. I just wanna run away, run away. Oh, that's what I wanna say. What's up, what's up, what's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Happy Monday! Yeah. It's Monday already. I can't believe it. It goes by so freaking fast, man. The weekend went by extremely fast, per usual. Helps my son move. Shout out to my husband. Like, he did a lot. And yeah, I'm just so thankful that I stopped at 2. Thank you. Praise the Lord for stopping at 2 kids. Yes. Kids be wearing you out. My husband speaking of kids, his children came over today and hung out with him, or this weekend and hung out with him and swam and had fun. And I just recovered from helping my son move. My son lives on the 3rd floor. He moved on like one of the hottest days, and yeah, I was wore out. Besides cleaning my own house and all that, and my husband got my bike together. Shout out to my husband again. Yes. Husband, you work fantastic. Yes. Husbands are fantastic. My husband got my bike together, and I rode my bike like around the corner, and man, it kicked my butt. As hard as I thought I was working at the gym, when it was time to go uphill on that bike, my body was like, I couldn't breathe. I didn't have no water with me. Like, a lot of things was wrong with the whole picture, but I did what I could do. I marked how far I went, so I'll try to go further the next time I ride, but it's bike riding season. I haven't been able to be on my bike in like a year, so I was excited to get it back up and going. You gotta stay in shape, y'all. I mean, I'm a wild, no helmet, nothing, just out there, but I'm not doing nothing too dangerous, so I'm running the sidewalk, I'm not in the street, so yeah. Other than that, y'all, that's literally all. My husband barbecued, and we just had a chill weekend for the most part, besides like spending time with kids and doing a lot with kids, and I'm over it. But my dog's birthday is Wednesday. That's something I'm excited about. I don't know why. She don't know it's her birthday, but every day is her birthday. Let my husband tell it, because she gets to do whatever she wants every single day. Which is somewhat true. If she could do what she wanted, she'd eat everything she wanted at all times. And we just don't allow her to do that. But other than that, y'all, that's it. I was actually watching Chimp Making Me Crazy on Max before I started chit-chatting with y'all. And this lady was just talking about how she was breastfeeding her chimp. And I was just like, wow. Is that what I'm about to do when my kids get like really, really grown and old? I'll buy me a chimp. They seem very needy though. And they'll bite your nose off or scratch your nose off. So there's that. Let's go ahead and get in this news, y'all. The potential threat to Honolulu's water supply is lurking underground. Last known slave ship to rise in the U.S. is decayed. Crime scene that should stay underwater, experts say. The 2024 Democrat National Convention starts tomorrow. Wave of whooping cough infection is worsening nationwide. Here's what to know about the symptoms. I don't want it, I know that. Florida divers found the likely remains of a mom and her daughter who vanished in 1974. August super moon, blue moon, the first of 2024's 4 consecutive supermoons, would appear full from Sunday through Wednesday. I thought I did see a full moon tonight, but it could have been a street light. I be so tired, I don't know what I be seeing. Ukraine has a key bridge in Russia's Kursk region and it struck a second one nearby, disrupting supply lines as it pressed a stunning cross-border incursion that began August 6th. I hate when they say but not me, asked Bill Daley, who has spent his life in Democrat politics, about the new ticket. What case does Harris need to win? We don't need to know that. Everybody has a take. John Aprea, who played young Tessio in The Godfather Part 2 and John Stamos' father in Full House, passed away at 83. A Georgia sheriff's deputy was unalived while responding to a reported domestic dispute in what police said was an ambush. A volcano near a major naval base in Russia's eastern coast erupted early Sunday after a powerful magnitude 7.0. Rep. Mike Turner, the chairman of the House of Intelligence Committee, said Sunday that Iran could declare itself a nuclear weapon state by the end of the year, blaming Biden administration policies for what will mark major escalation. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is in the Middle East to try to seal a ceasefire deal for Gaza after months of contentious negotiations between regional leaders. Let's see. Originally intended as a one-time bike-a-thon in 1980 with 36 riders, the Pan Mass Challenge has evolved into a yearly tradition that nearly draws in 7,000 cyclists. Like, I'm getting that. Those people be having like blisters on their butt when they do that. Tropical storm Ernesto turned away on the northern Caribbean and headed further into the Atlantic Ocean on Sunday, sending powerful swells rolling toward the U.S. East Coast that generated dangerous rip currents. The latest poll still shows it's 50-50 in the battleground states. Nationally, 51% Kamala and 48% Trump. Still a tight race. Senator Mark Kelly says he believes that when Donald Trump is done and gone, Senate Republicans will support the immigration reform bill that he had urged them to oppose. He says he expects Kamala Harris as president will help us get this across the finish line. The president of the Federal Reserve Bank in Chicago says, I don't think it's certainty that the Fed will lower interest rates in September, a decision that could have major influence on the presidential election. I don't like, as you know, tying our hands. Why? If y'all say y'all gonna lower it, just lower it. Like, y'all love this stuff. A volcano near a major... Oh, we already read that. We might be caught up already, guys, because this stuff is starting to, repeat. So, yeah. Let's go ahead. I liked a lot of stuff this weekend. I was doing a lot of scrolling this weekend, so let's get into it. So I thought this was funny. Somebody said, I just learned that Beavis and Butthead was inspired by this high school picture of Mick Jagger and Billy Idol. And I don't know, y'all, I kind of believe it. They do look like Beavis and Butthead, like, for real. So this UPS driver passed out while he was behind the wheel before crashing into a bunch of trees due to heat exhaustion. It's crazy. I mean, I get they gotta be in and out of them trucks, but do they have air conditioner in that truck yet? I don't know. So this AI generated viral video of Kamala and Donald together, spending a life together. It just cracks me up. They've gotten married, had babies, and AI really is out of control, but the baby looked just like a young Donald. Who knew? The stuff people come up with on these internet streets. So this lady, April, found out her husband was bisexual and HIV positive, and it's been a struggle.
Been with my husband now for going on 10 years. We've been married going on 3. He is HIV positive, and I am currently HIV negative. It's been a battle so far. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. Finding out his sexuality, going through the stress and drama of all the extra stuff that he has going on the side, plus the HIV. I'm married to, I've known for 10 years. We got back together August the 4th, 2017. And we've been together since. And I promise y'all, he knew that he had HIV when me and him got back together. We didn't get married till January the 9th, 2018. A whole almost year later. Somebody I've known. Somebody who I thought cared about me. His mom knew his status. I'm pretty sure Grandma did too. I've talked to Special Victims Unit, Fulton County detectives. You know what they've told me? I have a decision to make. Whether I want to love and care about this person, or do I really want to love and care about this person and see him behind bars and protect other people? You all have to understand to protect yourselves. It doesn't matter who it is. I have learned in the Black community, the Black gay community, bisexual community, I don't tell you guys my story and warn you or say these type of things to be mean, hurtful towards anybody. Lord knows I care about everybody. I'm here in the hospital. Been here for about 2 days now. Just wanted to make this really quick video to let y'all update y'all about my life. Super exciting, guys. Super exciting. Only thing I can say to anybody out there that's listening, please be careful. Care about yourself. Love yourself. Don't love nobody else. Love yourself. Don't allow other people to hurt you. And whatever you do, stay away from the city of Atlanta. They are beyond walking amongst us. Not only just people with HIV, the crazies, the ones who murderers, serial killers, all of them. They are literally walking amongst us. Sadly to say. This is the most uncomfortable chair in the world, by the way. Sorry I looked a mess, guys. Like I said, I haven't been home yet. Matter of fact, let's see. I got my 70-year-old dad out the hospital. I had to admit my husband. Told myself I need a job here because I'm going to be back and forth in the hospital. Might as well get paid for it, right? No. Say hi, Mr. McKinley. What?
Big dog got to be tiny.
That's nephew in the background. Mr. McKinley. Right.
Did you posting a YouTube video?
I am. Nephew knows that I post on YouTube all the time. So y'all get to meet him. He's a nice guy when he...
I don't know if she's stuck beside the guy that got her sick or what, but I'm praying for all involved. I mean, I think that's one of the hardest things for people to do is literally like, you really want to believe that your spouse is not out in these streets, and you know, it's just crazy, man, when people just don't be honest about what they've been doing and your whole life is just uprooted due to that. I was gonna play 6 toxic foods to avoid. I mean, y'all kind of already know. Ramen is definitely one of them. High fructose food, not shocking. Instant noodles, carcinogens, those carcinogens. But what would we eat in an apocalypse? We will need those noodles, won't we? Yeah, get it. Ibuprofen, what is it doing to us?
Is a scary one. So ibuprofen, long before it goes to damage a kidney, one of the first things it does is damage the tight junctions in the gut lining. And the tight junctions look like Velcro. They hold billions of cells together, called epithelial cells, to create this boundary event between the bacteria and your immune system. And that boundary is literally your cellular sense of self-identity. So we give ibuprofen and we destroy all of the Velcro in a moment. And hours after your headache goes away, your gut is leaking information into your immune system, and you have now lost your cellular sense of self-identity. And if you stay on that ibuprofen chronically, because you get a migraine every two times a week, and you're on these high doses of ibuprofen for 2-3 days at a time, suddenly your sense of self-identity is disappearing at the cellular level, and you start to get dysfunction between the immune system and the bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and so you start to get infections. And so this vicious cycle between undermining the gut-brain barrier and your true sense of self-identity is pretty dark. And to realize that our brain is really the result of all of this communication from the bacteria and fungi rather than some human event is a startling new science.
I've been delivered from ibuprofen for a while. I don't think I'll be going back. So I like this one. I don't know if I want to talk about it right now, but 90 Day Fiance, if you ever watched that, Angela had brung Michael over from Nigeria, but she literally is allegedly abusing the man. And so Michael was able to raise $25,000 in a GoFundMe to get a lawyer against her, and she is not happy. She's going off on you Americans. She said, how can you do it? But I'm like, Angela, you the one brought him over here, girl. Be mad at yourself. So these thieves were trying to steal this car, and this guy had installed a switch in there to stop them from stealing it. So they couldn't do it. All right, let's see what's on TMZ. Mike Tyson and Jake Paul had a fake shoving match at their press conference. I still like, this fight is not going to be real, but okay. Northwest is still hanging out. JD Vance likens Kamala to Jeffrey Epstein in a bizarre analogy. Doja Cat manifested Joseph Quinn Hang still mad at the Schnapp. I don't know what that means. I think that's her boyfriend though. Craig Jones, he won. They had like some intergender fight, MMA fight, and he won her with a a choke out. Dakota Johnson, Lord of the Ring, reacts to false Chris Martin split report. Robert De Niro dives into a 30-foot plunge at 81. Okay, Robert, that's how you know you're rich and old. It's like, why not? Rihanna's still kicking it over in Barbados, taking tequila shots. This is probably her first time over here when she's not pregnant for a while, because the last time she's been over there, she's always been pregnant. Kanye West and his wife popped up at a Trump rally. Crowd went crazy. Hurricane Derby tide is really high. Cocaine bales are just washing up in Florida. This UFC girl did the breakdancing thing after she won. Gypsy Rose is still trying to figure out who her baby daddy is. I don't know. I mean, she might know. She probably don't know. Tyreek Hill's mom is accused of slapping a woman during an altercation. Police report filed. What they got to do with Tyreek, though? I thought Tyreek was going to make news because he wants to race the Noah Lyles. Simone Biles is back on the football field supporting her man at the Packers. I thought he was on the Bears. Who knows? I could have sworn he was on the Bears. Meghan Markle, My Hips Don't Lie. People dancing down in Colombia. People really can't stand Meghan Markle, and it really cracks me up. Drake Bell, Hug Me Brother. It's possible Drake and Josh reunion. Bebe Rexha, I was a victim of a hate crime, Albanian discrimination. Friends creator, remember Matthew Perry for the joy he had in his life. Brian Cox, Hugh and Ryan could do more but can't fault them for taking the money. Travis Kelce, Pat and I are already locked in. Mahomes stood behind the back pass to Kelce and everybody went crazy about it. Halle Berry is seeking sole legal custody of her son. Her ex has turned her child against her. Sky Jackson has got her case thrown out for domestic violence, so she's not going to the Slammer. Paris Hilton's trailer catches fire on a music video set. Liam Payne's ex-fiancée Maya Henry, she said the dude's toxic. Dr. Dre gets Olympic training offer from an archery gold medalist. All right. I think we're caught up to the point of I'm done reading that. Alright, let's see what else we got on here, y'all. Let's see what else we got popping. Hurricane Chris calls 50 Cent a culture vulture because 50 had something down there in Louisiana and he didn't invite everybody. Y'all know 50 gonna invite who he feel like. Donald Trump says, I'm a better looking person than Kamala. There's a little Tyson and Logan Paul fake spar. Chris Brown shaved his head. He's doing a fresh start. Yeah, Tyreek Hill says he's still challenging Noah Lyles to a race. He says sign the contract, then they'll do their 50-yard race. It could be close. Tyreek should be in the best shape of his life right now with the football season starting. Elon Musk says inflation is caused by the federal government spending more than it earns because they just print money to make up the difference. To solve inflation, reduce wasteful government spending. Your tax dollars should be spent well, not poorly. Yeah, I'm sure that Elon has perfect plans for what we should be spending. Alright, let's see what Reddit got going on. My voice already sounds like a frog when I said Reddit. Let's see. What is the thing that isn't taken seriously, but it actually should be? Too many things. I'd probably say driving, though. People just drive any kind of way. Somebody says sleep deprivation. Yes, but there's no way to solve it. Somebody said loneliness, constant pain in your body. Yeah, you can start ignoring pain if you go too long. The current state of education. Driving, stop texting, pay attention. Practicing safe, you know what? That's for sure. Software infrastructure. Mental health. Noise pollution. After spending time in a quiet place, coming back to motorcycles, barking dogs, and leaf blowers of the neighborhood is so jarring it eats away at you. That's why if the quiet place happened, you really wouldn't have to worry because a lot of people are going to be gone because they don't know how to be quiet. Air quality, workplace bullying and bullying in general, responsibility for your own actions, children not getting the correct support they need in schools, weight gain, sun exposure, warning not to use Q-tips to clean out earwax. I know. I have a small Q-tip addiction. My son does too. We're working on it. If you can go back to your 20s, what would you do differently? Stay in shape and save more money. Might sound cliche, but actually say to invest the money instead of spending on a bunch of unnecessary things. Man, I'd keep the same. I had the cheapest apartment in my 20s. It was like $345 a month. I would have stayed there for a long time, stacked my money way longer, picked better relationships to be in, and just like thug it out, man. I'd be so rich if I stayed there. Me reading this as a 22-year-old is very enlightening. Makes me feel like I still have time to figure stuff out. Seek professional counseling. F around even more, but also F around less professionally. Care less about what people don't care about. Yeah, like read. Somebody said read. Not stay in a crappy relationship too long, for sure. Somebody said not get married. I'd stop trying to make my parents happy. Set boundaries. Yes, boundaries important. Absolutely nothing. Not my stupid choices led me to meeting my partner. Almost everything. The chance to redo your 20s with the emotional intelligence and life experience of a 50-year-old sounds amazing. I'll forgive my parents earlier for what they've done to me. Stay away from alcohol and try to spend less. Probably stay away from college loans. Win the lottery. Well, wouldn't we all? Quit smoking. Yeah, it's all good. What's something you do that really shows your age? Probably the way I dress. I was born in a country that doesn't exist anymore. Not recognizing most of the guests on late night talk shows. I don't know most of the songs on radio. That makes me old too. Grunt anytime I go from sitting or standing. Also, I don't know like cartoon anymore. Like I'm really out of the loop. My little nephew had a Ryan's World. I didn't even know who that dude is. party. Getting an urge to pee even though I just went. You know the lady who has a rose garden and who gets fresh tomatoes? Yeah, I've become her. I put periods at the end of text messages. Yeah, punctuation still matters to me. It just does. I discover a great new band. Having a favorite burner on the stove. I still say tape a show. Yeah, my husband's daughter was saying she was having a movie night. I'm like, how are y'all watching it? Because do they even still have DVDs or VCRs? Like, how? Seems like movie night, I mean, it's cool like streaming, but it's just something about being able to go. I do miss being able to go to Blockbuster or something and find a movie. I mean, streaming is very convenient, but it was something, it got you out the house to go browse around Blockbuster or whatever and look for a movie, even though Blockbuster ripped you all the way off. Men of Reddit, if your woman accuses you of cheating and you are certainly not cheating, what would you say to her? I had a couple of dreams last week about my husband and I was like really over him. I was like, dude, like I'll be having some crazy dreams, man. I promise you they be real. We'll probably ask what's going on to make her worry about that. Stress, mental health issues, anxiety, attachment problem. Oh man, we all have our struggles sometimes. My husband literally like abandoned me one time in my dream. We were like at the airport and he like left to go do something and we literally was missing the plane. Like he had been driving me crazy in my dreams last week. I'd probably laugh and throw my phone to her so she could check. Been married 11 years in between work, home, and kids. I don't have much time to myself, let alone another relationship. Even if we end up getting a divorce, I don't think I would even attempt to date. When I asked my husband to show me his OnlyFans, he hid his phone and later deleted everything, so I would never know what was going on. He also deleted Reddit and TikTok, so I assume he wouldn't be comfortable me going in there either. Somebody says, see, that's the problem. Your husband has the OnlyFans app. Like, yeah, that's crazy. My ex-husband said that the same thing. Haha, turns out it was much easier to be with a coworker because, you know, between work, home, and our little ones, there's no extra time. Plus, he loved me too much and couldn't see himself with someone else, but they were planning on getting an apartment together. So when I finally had the solid proof, I was already over his BS. I literally didn't have the energy to be angry and said, peace out. Talked to my lawyer, told his lawyer the same thing. I haven't seen that deadbeat in 4 years. If you don't trust my integrity, rely on my laziness. He's like, if you don't trust my truth, just know I'm too lazy to cheat. It depends on the basis. My girlfriend is the type to lay out why she's feeling the way she does. I would do that. I would do what I can to help her ease her mind. But let's say hypothetically that I had a weird possessive girlfriend who thought me having women friends was automatically cheating. I wouldn't want to be in that relationship with somebody who has basically decided I'm untrustworthy. If you have trust issues, which we all do to some extent, because you have to learn to know your partner. You gotta learn. It's a learning curve. But if you just overly don't trust people, don't get in a relationship. You're never gonna trust them and you'll never get a moment's rest. Alright, let's see. I think I'm gonna go into my story times because I got quite a few of those. So let's get it popping. Boom, bada, boom, bada, boom, boom.
My dad almost drowned. Mamau.
Don't know how he flipped that inner tube over.
Put a finger down if you moved in with a guy after dating him for a few months and then finding out after you had quit your job and moved in with him in a whole new state where you knew no one that he liked to dress up and wear wigs and have intercourse with black men. So I made a whole story time series about my experience and I feel like I need to go into a little bit more detail.
I think not. Let me see something, because this thing is acting crazy, because I had saved a lot more. Alright, let's see.
I got hit by lightning on Friday, and here's some things that happened. First of all, it felt like a 300-pound man landed on the top of my head in 1 second. I immediately knew what was happening because I was in the middle of a beach and no one was around except for my husband, and he wouldn't be landing on my head. I immediately crumbled to the ground, that's a quote from my husband, and laid on the ground with my eyes closed. In a few moments, I could see gold in the, with my eyes shut, gold and light. And I knew that there was a possibility that I could be dying, and I was perfectly okay with it. And then my husband started asking me questions, and I answered them so he wouldn't get upset. Eventually, the questions became irritating because I didn't want to answer them, but I continued to do so to keep him calm. I had difficulty opening my left eye, and once we got to the hospital, the left side of my body stopped working for a little while. I couldn't open my left eye, I couldn't wiggle my left side of my toes and my feet or move them at all. And they thought I was having a stroke, but fortunately I wasn't, and it resolved itself shortly. CT scan and lots of EKGs to make sure I wasn't having a heart attack. I started to feel better. The underlying symptoms that lasted till yesterday were concussion-like symptoms and pain in my left shin. Nothing hurt, like I got hit with something, like a baseball bat. There wasn't acute pain. It was more like a dull, weird pain everywhere, like in my head and my neck. And then the dull, weird shooting pain in my shin. I didn't have any burn marks, and that was weird, but it is what it is. I already am a psychic medium and channel by career and what I do for a living, and lots of people ask me if my gifts have heightened, and I will say 1,000% yes. I've had appointments yesterday, I've had appointments today, and they were monumentally more powerful. Answers are coming quicker, everything is much more obvious. The energy work that I...
She's got it all figured out now. Let's get you a psychic medium that's been hit by lightning in their resume.
Please help me.
What are you doing over there?
The wig is coming off. Yeah.
It done fell off my head.
Okay. Can you put it on? Can you put it on by yourself?
I'm trying to put the comb back in there. It's a regular hair.
Oh, wait, it's stuck in my tooth. Wait, don't pull it. The tooth gonna come out.
Hey, man.
Please.
I'm trying to help you, man.
Don't let that wig go.
Get out the motherfucker. I'm gonna pull it on in. I'm gonna pull it in. Come on, man. This man know you got a wig on, man. What the fuck wrong with you? Ain't no teeth gonna come out too. You better put that in. Come on, man. You better stop playing, man. Cause I don't wanna.
Okay, I need you to grab it.
Just take it. Oh, come on, man. What you got me doing, man?
Hold on, stop. Wait.
Oh, no.
Wait, okay, I'm sorry. Here, get that. Just take the band.
You want me to put it on for you?
Yes, please.
Okay, I need somebody to get out the way.
Child, she about to drown trying to put this wig back on her head. This guy better be worth it.
Police say a high-profile homicide was planned and the accused killer confided in someone.
Fox 6's Durante Matthews joins us here in the studio with new details from an informant.
That's right, Mary and Ted. Sade Robinson was killed and dismembered back in April, and new search warrants say the man accused of killing her had her death planned out weeks in advance. In these 180-plus pages, police describe a plot to kill Sade Robinson. Family members say this makes them see the case in a new way.
This fuels my rage, knowing somebody else could have stopped this, and they didn't.
Newly released search warrants say almost a month before Sade's death, her accused killer, Maxwell Anderson, told a confidential informant he planned to kill her. The informant says on March 5th, Anderson took them to his basement. The informant described seeing 3 saws, a sanitation sink, and a room covered from the floor to the ceiling in plastic painter tarp. The informant says Anderson told them he recently met Sade and planned to shoot her in the basement, dismember her body, and dispose it throughout Milwaukee.
Why would this guy feel so comfortable to tell you his plans in the first place?
Surveillance images from April 1st show Sade and Anderson on a date together at Twisted Fisherman. Investigators say the two went back to Anderson's home that night. The next day, Sade's car was torched. Her severed leg was later found at Wanamar Park.
You have to be a very demonic individual to do something like this.
Anderson has pleaded not guilty to homicide, mutilation, and arson charges. Documents show police spoke to the informant 2 weeks after Sade's death.
After the fact doesn't do me any justice because it doesn't bring my daughter back.
Records also claim another woman went on a date with Anderson in February. She says Anderson asked her back to his home. She believed he drugged her drink. Sade's father says his daughter's death still doesn't feel real.
I called a pizza shuttle just to hear her voice because they got on the answer machine. I talked to her every morning.
And Sade's father wants to know why the informant didn't say anything ahead of her death. Police did not outline a reason in these court documents. We also just received a message from Sade's family's attorney requesting that there be no venue change for Anderson's case. You can see that full message over on our website, Fox 6 Now.
That is sad. And police do have like informants that they literally just, they use them when they want to. It's really sad. So this is Steve Jobs' widow's yacht crashed into these people's boat. Please, I'd be like, my neck hurt, everything. I mean, this lady rich. It's fine. It's fine.
You know how they say you can't turn a hoe into a housewife? But neither can you turn a crack.
Hey, this is Jiggle Tail. Hey, this is Jiggle Tail. You already know, back at it again. Part 2 of Fat Camp series. Camp Pocono Trail, CPT, Alien Invasion. You already know we beat the blue team. Period. Girl. Period. Go Venus. They can't beat us.
Y'all, I didn't even know they still have Fat Camp, but they still do, and those girls are kicking it. Alright, let's see what else we got here, y'all.
That Michael had claimed that Angela was locking him in the house, and also that she made the mistake of saying to the police while they were there that she must have forgotten to lock the house when she left. Therefore, Michael got away. Could it be true? Can we find anything that could possibly substantiate his claim that she could have been locking him in? This here is a picture of the house when Michael came to the States. This is where she was living. The same house she has been living in and caring for her mother. And we know this because they show her inside.
How you feeling? I'm also taking care of my mother.
So, I talked about this earlier. Angela, 90 Day Fiance, as y'all can see, they have the padlock on the outside of the door, and that's what Michael's alleging, that Angela was locking him in the house, and so that's why he's doing his GoFundMe. But like I said, Angela, they relationship so toxic that everybody's like, he deserves to stay in America after the way she treated him.
Sonny Williams and Butch Wilmore are now 50.
My ex-wife came to pick up my children the other day and brought her new boyfriend, which I've already met, but it was pretty funny. Her whole life she had always been saying she's gonna, this is context for you, that she was always gonna, marry a black guy, right? Which is totally fine, whatever, but as you can see, I'm not black, so I'm her ex-husband now, and she goes, didn't I always tell you, right in front of her new boyfriend, that I was gonna be with a black guy when I grew up? And I'm like, yeah, you did. And it was really hard at that moment because, I was like, I'm not black, right? Which is, whatever, right? But I was going to say something, and I'm going to say it now because I think it's hilarious. And it just popped in my mind. I didn't say it because I didn't want to make the guy mad or anything. But I was going to say, it's a good thing I am, black where it counts. So I really wanted to say it, but I didn't.
I can't believe the black dude was cool with that. Like, That's like, I would like, lady, don't use me as a prop. See what else we got here, y'all.
My friend had an intimate relationship with his mother, and I would like to talk about this because he told me I could talk about it if he ever passed away. And this morning I woke up to news that he had crossed over to the next life. So, let's talk about this. My friend, I went over to his house. He lived in Knockemstiff, Ohio. Knockemstiff, Ohio doesn't have that big of a population, so anybody that watching this in Knockemstiff, you'll know who it is. So, afterwards, I discover, after arriving at his household, I see that he gives his mom a kiss on her cheek, and I say, oh, that's pretty okay, all right. Most people give their mom a kiss on the cheek, that's pretty cool. Then his mom gives him a kiss on the lips. That confused me a little bit, but, you know, I've seen crazier things. I've been to France before. I know what's going on. So, after this whole debacle happens, he says, hey, man, we've known each other for quite some time. That's not true. I've known him for a month. It's not been quite some time, but men have very intimate connections with people they've known for a short amount of time. Ask any woman on the planet. Now, he said, me and my mom would be getting down and dirty. I'm thinking he's talking about cooking, maybe even hiking, maybe even gardening, something of that variety. He said, nah, I just need somebody to tell you somebody just because it feels like taboo. Me and my mom, we're very connected. I said, connected? Okay, like Bluetooth? Okay, we connected. Do Siri. He said, no. I said, He said, we're connected, like, I'm with her. After my dad passed, she didn't have a man. I said, oh, hold up a second. Whoa, hold up a second. Whoa. He's telling me some nonsense. He's telling me something that's only known for Alabama. We're in Ohio. I'm really confused. He says, yeah, my dad passed away, and I didn't want my mom to be lonely. I didn't trust no men, so I took up the mantle. I said, oh, okay. Well, you know, I didn't know what to say. I was speechless for the first time in quite some time. For first time maybe in my life, I was looking for words to say because I had never encountered this situation before. I had never seen anybody that was desperately in an intimate relationship with their own person that they came from, the literal womb they came back from. He really had a craving to go back home because he was nostalgic for something. He was someplace for 9 months, and that messed me up a little bit. And then he said something that really shook me to my actual core. He said, is it really that wrong to want your mom to be loved by somebody that you know could treat her right? I said, that is I don't know what to tell you, man. That's a sentence. And his mom came in. I thought he was playing her. I thought he was pulling some joke on me. His mom, I walked up to her, very lovely lady. I said, hey, you know what I'm saying, your son is making up crazy allegations and rumors about you two doing things, you know, in the privacy of your own house. And she said, we are. I said, oh, shout out to One Piece. We are? That's crazy. I was sick to my stomach. I threw up. And I didn't even sleep in the same house. When I got a motel when I was invited to spend the night, I was a little bit upset. And he said, hey, could you please not tell anybody about this? I said, not tell anybody, but I was in the middle of making a Facebook post. I was about to tell the world I was about to make a YouTube I was about to pay an editor to hire somebody to get this story out to the public, to the masses. And he said, just do it after I'm gone. I said, after you're gone? He said, tell people after I'm gone, because I can't have this be out. I got too many close personal friends. I got too many people that know me. I said, why would you tell me? He said, because I feel like you're easy to talk to. I said, oh, me? Easy to talk to? That's fair, that's valid. So, I've held on to this secret for 4 years. 4 years I've been holding on to this in my entire soul and my body. Now you guys know. Now my entire audience knows. Now anybody who wants to share this video knows. Person's gone now. Mom is gone. He's gone. Doesn't matter to me at this point. That's scary.
How old was the man? His mama and him gone? That's the show, y'all. I had so many other things that I wanted to show you, but we ran out of time. I was going to show you so many more, but we'll be back tomorrow, of course. Y'all take care.